Automation is powering what's possible for businesses of every size in every industry. Unlock your potential at Automate, the largest showcase of robotics and automation in North America, May 22nd through the 25th in Detroit, Michigan. With over 600 exhibitors, 200 speakers, and more than 25,000 registrants, there's no better way to power your business. Register for free at automateshow.com. That's automateshow.com.
Live from multiple locations via the miracle of Skype, it's the LTN Hour. Let's talk NASCAR with your host, Todd Bailing. Co-host, Ed Kaluka. Featuring dangerous Dan Margetta. And Brian Schmidt. LTN is a caller-driven program, and your participation is encouraged by calling 414-421-7901. That's 414-421-7901. Now, the creator and host of the fastest hour in radio, Todd Bailing.
And welcome. The program is coming to you live from Madison International Speedway. We are between Oregon and Stoughton, Wisconsin on good old Highway 138. We are getting ready for the biggest event to come by this way in some time. The ASA Stars National Tour is making a stop here, the Joe Shear Classic. And they're coming from all over the country. I am joined in the tower. I forgot what you guys look like. By my partners, Dan Margetta. Hi, Dano.
Hey. Good, Greg. Great to be here. Good to be at the track finally. It was one of the goals I wanted to be here, and I made it, and let's go racing.
There you go. And just off another one of his bouts with the poison this week. And, of course, Brian Schmidt, our short track specialist, up here with us. And I see there is room for all three of us at this table.
Absolutely. Yeah, beautiful to be here. Beautiful weather out here, mid-70s. This is outstanding. Going to be a hell of a race today. And
we are pretty fortunate to do this right from the get-go. Joining us, the guy that reminds me more of Dick Trickle of the great state of Georgia than anybody else, Bubba Pollard, has stepped in with us to join us at the beginning of this show. Bubba, first of all, I'm told that you've learned to be a little more like Trickle when you're in the state of Wisconsin. Is that rumor true?
Yeah, got to live up to it. We enjoy coming up here. It's always a lot of fun. We made a lot of friends up here in the years past, and you always hear stories, and it's cool. So it's a lot of fun to come up here.
I'm looking at yesterday's final practice, and I think I'm going to see Bubba Pollard's name right at the top, and I have to go down a little ways. 22nd? What the hell is that?
Yeah, you have to scroll down pretty far, don't you? We hope to change it today. We struggled a little bit yesterday. Different type of race car than what we're accustomed to. It's a little bit different. It's still, we went back to our Seneca race cars over the winter, but this package has been a little bit different. So we've been kind of relearning everything, throughout the year. And then coming up here, the racetracks are pretty, I wouldn't say rough, but they're just a lot more bumpier than what we're accustomed to.
It snows here, you know.
So the racetrack is warm pretty good, and I don't remember it being this bumpy. So just kind of having to work things out, and hopefully we can get back up to the top. I think we got a good race car. It just don't have quite the speed we want to fire off with right now.
So what, compared to what you were here 2 weeks ago at Slinger, when it was about
oh my goodness
50 degrees colder out. So the team you got here now, this is your team you brought up here this time, or is this what you were running at Slinger?
Yeah, no. So Travis and Apex, we kind of worked out a deal to run their car up here in the Midwest most of the year. But we've been having so many rainouts and things like that back home. And we got guys that work on cars are ready. We felt like, we could bring our equipment up here, and this is a track, I thought was similar. We won here. We won here back in 2019. So I think we'll have a pretty good race car. We just got to work a few things out. But, yeah, we're going to run some more Slinger Nationals, the Dixieland 250, things like that. We're gonna run up here quite a bit. I think we're going to go to the Dales in September. So we got a little bit we're going to do some racing up this way.
Yeah, it's really cool seeing you come up here to run these races with us. Now, today, you set your car up for this race. It's 200 laps. Are you looking for, long run speed, something over, a 50-lap run or something?
Well, you just got to have a good balance. When you have a good balance on a race car, it'll go fast. So we're missing that right now. We're just snug. Can't get through the bumps. We got to change up our shock package a little bit and change some other things. But if you can, when the pace falls off, you definitely want to be good. But if you get that balance right, the car lasts for the most part. Normally, our cars have gotten better the longer they've run this year. We've kind of turned it on. I feel like 50 laps into a race is where our car kind of comes alive and starts to shine a little bit. When the people fall off, we kind of, I don't know, we get faster. We just been able to maintain the same pace.
I got to ask you one more thing. As a dirt track fan, you are part owner of Sonoya Speedway, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How's that going? And are you going to be running any dirt stuff this year?
Yeah, so the next, we enjoyed the dirt race. And it wouldn't be hard for me to quit this asphalt stuff and go dirt racing. Yeah, so, and at the same time, it's tough because we're expecting our third child now, and traveling's tough, and being away from home, and they're growing up and wanting to do sports and things like that. So being at home, back when I was younger, I didn't really care. I was gone racing, I could do whatever, but now the kids are growing up, you kind of want to be closer to home. So it wouldn't take much for me to stay close to home and run some dirt. And, this traveling is tough. So it's hard. You got family, and that's what it's all about. But dirt track, it's a lot of fun. We've had a great year the last couple of years, and always look forward to going and racing dirt. We're going to run North Wilkesboro on Tuesday, Hickory on the next Thursday for the ASA National Tour deal here, and we'll have some weekends there. We're going to jump in dirt car, so we'll have some fun with it.
Well, I have a potential solution for you. For the for the 3 months that it's actually warm enough to race here, you should buy a place in Wisconsin and spend your summers with us. Bring the kids up here. They can learn Wisconsin mosquitoes versus,
This is more the area I grew up in. It used to look the farmland, out in the country. You don't get that where we're at anymore. It's grown up. I mean, there's just so many people moving in. I like this area, and I like, it wouldn't take much for me to move up there. I like it up here. The people, the fans are up here great. That's what it's all about. That's why I like coming up here. We don't have fans like this back home, and they come out on Sundays and race on the weekends. Slinger be packed, and Dixieland, it's pretty neat.
It amazes me. I watch you on the internet all the time, and I can't believe that it's the same fans. It's not exactly the same fans. The ones that boo you down south love you up north. That's another reason to come up here.
I like all fans, whether they boo me or they cheer for me. They're all the same. As long as they're sitting in the seat, it'll be good.
There you go. Well, best of luck to you today. I hope you show up a little closer to the front than you did at Slinger. Between the temperature and the where's Bubba,
the temperature yesterday. We've been watching the weather, and yesterday you had a lot of grip in the racetrack. Today, this is more my type of deal where it's hot, sunny, slick. So hopefully the race cars shine today.
Well, best of luck to you, and Wisconsin loves you, man. I hope you got that in your head, and we love it when you come back to race with us, and wishing you the best of luck today.
All right, Jed, thanks for having me on, guys.
Great. Bubba Pollard of Sonoya, Georgia, former winner of the Slinger Nationals, by the way. Just thought we'd throw that in there, and trying to do well today. Gentlemen, it's race day at Kansas Speedway. And they're going to be doing 267 laps at that place. And there's no problem with the warm temperatures down there. It's in the 90s down there, boys. It could be hot in Kansas. And is that going to be a detriment to boys?
I mean, the temperature down there completely. I know. Cup cars, it's a lot warmer inside of them lately, and they haven't had a warm race yet this year, so that could be an issue. I think as they go on today, just not being used to it. I mean, having to run, races earlier this year in cooler weather. I don't think they've had anything of 90 degrees, have they, Brian?
No, not really. I think the warmest race before this was probably Daytona when we were in the low 70s to mid 80s. So yeah, it might be It's going to be slip and sliding, but that makes it exciting on those tracks.
It wasn't even hot down there in beautiful Arizona when you were there. William Byron starts on the pole, 179.206 miles per hour. This seems like a perfect place to sneak away and do our first break. We're glad you're tuned in. We're live at the Madison International Speedway. The program returns right after these.
Buckle up, get ready, get set, and get your tickets now as the NASCAR Xfinity Series returns to Wisconsin's Road America in Elkhart Lake, July 27th through the 29th. The smell of fresh rubber and food will fill the air for this weekend, along with the Porsche Carrera Cup for even more racing fun. An amazing, affordable weekend of family fun with camping, food, and more. Kids 16 and under get in free with paid adult. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com. Your national park of speed.
From racing engines to street engines, long blocks to turnkey packages, or complete custom engines, just ask and Wagner Automotive can fill your needs. All backed by many years of racing experience. These years of experience have provided reliability and performance that customers need to win races. Wagner's has been building championship-winning engines for top teams from NASCAR to short tracks in your backyard. This expertise has carried over to street engines they supply to top custom car builders. The Wagner Company, in the heart of Wisconsin, is outfitted with the state-of-the-art machinery necessary to design, manufacture, build, and test custom engines and their accessory parts. Dyno services are independently available for anyone needed to test their engine. Wagner's Company can also provide you or your company with production CNC machining or welding services. All your questions and requests are handled personally by Casey Wagner. Just give us a call at 920-394-3557 or visit our website at WagnerAutomotive.com.
National Super Late Model Racing returns to MIS Sunday afternoon, May 7th for the Joe Shear Classic 200. See the ASA Stars National Tour for the first time ever on Wisconsin's fastest half mile, racing for $15,000 to win, plus Midwest trucks. Get advanced discount tickets at MISRacing.com. ASA Stars National Tour plus Midwest trucks. It's the Joe Shear Classic 200, the biggest race of the year. Sunday afternoon, May 7th. First race 2 o'clock. Madison International Speedway. Don't miss it.
Spring is in the air, and PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend has everything you need, with fresh mulch arriving daily, from premium hardwood mulch to hemlock and pine bark to Enviro mulch in red, gold, chocolate brown, and black colors. PMF also has a large variety of decorative stone and granite, as well as field stone, topsoil, and compost. For all your landscaping needs, visit PMF Landscape Supply, 5470 River Road in West Bend. Call 262-338-8800 or visit pmflandscape.com. Friends of racing for many years. PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend.
The new episode of the Larrabee and LePay podcast is available now. Wayne and Matt discuss what failure means in sports, plus the NFL draft, the Badgers that were picked, and what about the new 12-team college football playoff that begins in 2024. The Larrabee and LePay podcast is presented by UW Credit Union with podcast partners Bachman Pools and Spas and Potawatomi Hotel and Casino, and is available now on iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Speaking of podcasts, don't forget you can download ours wherever you download your podcasts. Available everywhere. Check it out on iHeart. This is pretty cool for us. This is the first time that we're having this young man on the program. I've got to see him race 1 year already at Slinger Speedway. The kid drives all the way from Merrill, Wisconsin to Slinger Speedway to race on a weekly basis. Levon Vandergeest is one of 2 Wisconsin candidates for the Kowicki program this year. He joins us right now here at MIS. First of all, welcome. First time on LTN. It's got to be one of the momentous occasions in your life.
Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
You're racing. How long does it take you to get from Merrill to Slinger?
Slinger is about a good 2.5 hours for us.
All right.
That's what you call dedication.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No kidding. Now
I would say.
No,
And
you've come through the ranks. I mean, you started out driving like Bandoleros, I think, right? And then moved on into trucks, I believe, and now into the Super Late.
Yeah, I started in Bandoleros for 4 years. Got my first championship at State Park Speedway, our home track, and then I moved to the Truck Series. Got the championship in my third year of that, and then from there we moved up to super lates, and then straight into the Midwest Tour. It's been a big learning curve.
God, those are big jumps from one level to the next. Oh my God! And now you're going to be racing the ASA Tour besides Slinger. What else?
What's cooler than cool? Casper's new cooling mattress. Say hello to the snow, engineered to help you sleep 5 degrees cooler all night. Casper, for the love of sleep. Exclusions apply. See casper.com/promo.
Also going to be doing the Alive for 5 at Dell's this year. That's some really stiff competition too. My dad's motto when he threw me into super lates was that you're only as good as the competition you race against. So the fastest way to get good is to race against the best in the country. So that's what we're trying to do.
Well, today would qualify, and I'm looking at the list of practice. You beat all these guys in practice yesterday?
Yeah, just in last practice. We're racing against a lot of the big guys from down south, and the advantage I have is that I've raced here a couple times already. So we're going to try the best we can to use it, get an edge on those guys, but they're good, so they're going to catch up by the end of today. But we're going to give it all we got.
Yeah, and that's the best way to do it. Like you said, race. You're only as good as your competition. You're up against the best. That's how you get to be better. And such a busy schedule and driving all around and doing that. You have a diverse amount of racetracks as far as the different setups on cars. I mean, very rarely do you see somebody that can be good at all the different tracks around here in Wisconsin because they're so different. But when you run them all like that, I think that overall makes you a better driver.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the Midwest Tour and the Truck Series is that we get to tour around and race all kinds of different tracks. There's Jefferson, Kaukauna, Slinger. We go to Grundy, Hawkeye Downs. You have to adapt to everyone, and a lot of those tracks, I never raced that before, so I think it does make you a better driver overall when you can adapt like that and make a setup on the fly.
So how many of these ASA National Tour events do you think you're going to run? Just the runs in Wisconsin? Or you see how well it goes today and just keep going, or what's your plan?
Yeah, well, we didn't make it to the Sunshine State 200 at 5 Flags, so I guess that kind of puts us out of the points for it, but we're definitely going to run the whole Midwest Tour, and if we do well in it this year, I think we're going to go for the Stars Tour next year.
Well, Levon, it's been great having you for the first time. I assume we're going to be having you forever because, your age. Wait, by the way, how old are you?
9 years old.
19 years old. Like I like to say, I have underwear older than you. Either. Congratulations on getting named to the Kowicki program. It's a prestigious event to be in. With the group is all is great. I think Tom Roberts and the gang really do a wonderful job with it, and we sure would like to see you representing the state of Wisconsin this year. Tomorrow? Or no, 2 weeks, right? Yeah, next week's Mother's Day, so we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, that's Levon Vandergeest. I want you to remember that name. That kid's going to be doing this for a while. We are preparing for the race here, but there's another race we're going to be talking about. The Kansas race is on FS1 televised. The green flag is at 2:13 this afternoon, and of course right here on the big 920. Things happening this week. I guess the biggest news of all would be the fact that Richard Petty, did you think you'd live long enough to see the day where the 43 car is going to be a Toyota? Are you kidding me? What's happened to this world?
I can see why it happened. I mean, when you look at the pecking order on Chevrolet, where they are, they're not in the top 1, 2, or 3. They immediately go to at least number 3 for sure for the Toyota with less teams. Remember when Joe Gibbs did this when he was in Pontiac? And he switched to Chevrolet, and then they went Chevy to Toyota on that too. The same deal. I had the same kind of thing where you are on what you can get for resources, and I think overall it's probably a good idea for him.
The biggest surprise I saw in it was that with Jimmy Johnson being involved in it, I did not see it coming where he would switch to Toyota. I figured he was a diehard Chevy guy being with Chevy for all those years. So I guess that's the biggest surprise. It doesn't surprise me that Toyota was looking for another team. I know they needed one. They don't have enough cars the way it is. So I guess that the part didn't surprise me, but I guess the team that went with them was the biggest surprise.
Think about the fact that right now there are only 6 Toyotas on the racetrack. There are 18 Fords and 18 Chevrolets. A couple of those Chevys are going to switch over. It's now going to be 8 Toyotas. It's not very much, but just by the fact of the matter, they're moving up on the totem pole. They're going to be the third team at the very worst, and it may not take long, and they'll be coming in ahead of the 23-11 team. So it makes some sense, and that's before we even talk about the Benjamins. You can be sure for Jimmy Johnson and Richard Petty to switch to a Japanese race car, they're going to have to go and get the big money to do it. So we know that's out there. I know we're about 40 seconds early, Matt, but we're going to sneak away and do a break because we've got another guest waiting for us here at MIS, and we're going to breeze through this. And LTN is faithfully sponsored by some folks, and we want you to pay close attention and go down there and spend some money with it. We'll be right back.
As a growing manufacturing company, we needed security solutions. We chose Bonafide because of the services they offer, pricing, and trusted reputation. But it's their outstanding service and support that convinced us we made the right choice with Bonafide.
When businesses need security, they contact Bonafide Security Solutions. From locks and alarms to safes and surveillance, we do it all. We are Bonafide. We protect what you value. For your free security survey, call us today or visit BonafideSafe.com.
Miller Sales and Service is the Midwest's #1 Bravo trailer dealer for customer service and satisfaction. Serving the area since 1939, Miller's is located on the corner of Highway 57 and K in Random Lake. As the Midwest's #1 Bravo trailer dealer, Miller's has all kinds of Bravo trailers from 8 feet to 48 feet in stock. They also have a selection of B&B utility and dump trailers, reliable and Chilton open aluminum and steel trailers. With over 50 pre-owned low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs, Miller's has just the vehicle you are looking for. Miller's also carries a full line of Alumacraft boats and Manitou pontoon boats, complete with Evinrude outboards. Why not buy from racers who know what racers want and need? With Miller's Sales and Service on the corner of Highway 57 and K in Random Lake. Call Jerry, Tom, or Brad Miller today at 920-994-4358. That's Miller's Sales and Service, 920-994-4358.
Your Our Heroes Night is this Saturday at the Fair Park in Plymouth when we honor veterans, firefighters, police officers, and EMS personnel. Free general admission with valid ID. Late models, sprint cars, Grand Nationals, and B-Mods. Adults $15, students ages 12 to 15, $7. Children 11 and under free if accompanied by an adult, or $7. Next Saturday night, the IRA Sprints, Badger Midgets, along with our Plymouth Dirt Track Racing MSA Sprints. We'll see you there.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Here they come. Green flag is in the air.
Kicks off a monster month of May.
We've got a car in the wall. Oh, Bubba gets turned in the face of the field. Truex gets clobbered. Allmendinger gets clobbered.
At Kansas Speedway.
He was out front when the caution flag flew, and Kyle Busch has scored the win.
It's the Advent Health 400.
Sunday afternoon, coverage starts at 1 on the Big 920 and your iHeartRadio app.
Welcome back to LTN. Todd Bailing, Dan Margetta, Brian Schmidt, all with you at the same exact time. Imagine that. That's not easy to get us all in the same place. John, Paul, and George are here. Ringo is back in West Bend waiting to talk to us. Ed, I realize we haven't talked much to you. It's kind of busy over here. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. Carry on.
All right, good. Good to hear you there, backing us up all the way. Luke Fenhouse joins us, the Slinger champion from a couple of years ago, made his name in the SRX series nationally and on CBS when he got out there and raced with Tony Stewart and impressed the hell out of him. National champion of the Kowicki program, the defending Cars Pro late model champion. That's a hell of a resume you got there. What are you, like 19 now?
Yeah, I'm 19 now, and happy to be back here in Wisconsin. Happy to be back here at Madison, a place that we've been good and bad at, and hopefully we can have a good run tonight.
You know, I think of you at this track, and I think of you going side by side with Richie Bickle for all those laps. That was a big day for everybody, for you especially.
Yeah, it was a big day all around. It was cool to see how the fans interacted with everybody and to see how proud they were of Rich. And to make that relationship with Rich Bickle was huge for my career, huge to race against a well-respected driver like him. And, it was a big day for me. So, hopefully we can have another good run today. Obviously a lot of competition coming into this weekend, and it should be a good one.
Now, your deal down south with this new team, you're running the ARC East Series, that came about pretty quickly. How did that all come together? And give us a little update on kind of what your schedule's like for the rest of the year.
Yeah, quickly is an understatement. It was kind of caught off guard, you could say. We won the Pros Championship down there in North Carolina, and then shortly after that, we weren't sure what we were going to do. So, I got with Lauren Rainier, and we were together that whole year before that, and we just got to talking, and this came along, and super thankful to have Mark Webb and Shane Huffman behind me, and that's the center of this group, and that's what makes it is what it is today. In the Nards East Series,
a brand new team, right? Congrats. Didn't do any ARCA race before?
Yeah, I worked this in Shane. And he raced earlier in his day, but as far as this whole new organization, new team, it's kind of bought out all GMS's cars, so kind of took GM out of it and kind of made us the Chevy side of it.
Yeah, because it's good equipment. I watched you race last week at Dover, and I think other than the fact that you didn't get to practice and you had to start at the back of the pack, your car was as good as any there.
Yeah, we've had really good race cars. We've just kind of struggled on my part, and I feel like it's kind of the car's part as well. It's a fire, and the caution, it kind of hurts us, and we didn't have any practice, and going to a place like, and with those things, you're almost wide open, so it's hard to. It was a hard. We had the first 30 laps there until the first competition caution, and that was our practice. That was where we kind of settled in and got comfortable and worked together as a team. And it was a good first starting step. And we're going to keep on moving along and go back to a short track this next weekend at Nashville.
Now I know the East schedule is kind of small. I think there's maybe like eight or nine races on there. A couple of them are combined. Do you guys have any intentions of running any of the national tour events that aren't combined with the East, or is it strictly just the East races?
Yeah, we've it's been mentioned. We're just not sure yet on what our whole plans are yet. Obviously, the team's still getting their bugs out of the way. So, and so am I. I'm a new driver to ARCA and these heavy race cars and their brakes and steering boxes. So I haven't ran a lot of them nor tested them. So that's kind of the big thing, is a big learning curve for me this year. Get comfortable and hopefully pick off some couple wins, and then later in the day, if we want to go national racing, we'll do that.
I just happen to think that's the first time you've been on a 1 mile track, isn't it? That's the fastest you've ever gone in your life?
Milwaukee's.
Yeah, but dang,
yeah,
you had to really be cooking.
It was a lot quicker than anything I've ever been on. So, I tested Daytona ARCA test, but yeah. But really, there was, I think that was, most of that was single car, so it wasn't, you didn't have other cars by you, and so that Dover was a big learning curve for me, for sure.
This is a great question, but you like going fast?
Yeah, I love it. I wasn't sure on, I mean, the mile and a half racing is so aero based, and that was my first witness of the aero side of it, and I just wasn't sure what to think of it, and I didn't know what to expect really. So it was a big learning curve for me, and I'm glad I got that out of the way, and we'll keep moving along and keep going to more races.
So you must admit, when the schedule came out and you saw that the East Series was part of the Milwaukee Mile, and it was later in the year, you got to be loving that. The fact that hopefully by then you'll be rehearsed enough in that you could be a front runner at that race, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
You can see the smile on his face right now. You can tell exactly what it is.
I hope so. I think Shane Huffman and Steve-O, my car chief, has prepared really good race cars all year long, and I know we've only.
I guess we lost him now. So it's,
like I said, hopefully
the connection that we have with him is gone.
All right.
Over.
Well, Ed, we're still here. We're having just a little bit of a connection problem. Our apologies for that. Luke, good luck today. It's always great seeing you and talking to you. It was great having you back at Slinger. And what's your next run there? Should be the Nationals, huh?
Yeah, so happy to go back there. We learned some stuff on what we did 2 weeks ago and obviously struggled, but I think we can take some good away from that and keep moving along and have a strong year. Thanks, guys.
Luke Fenhouse, formerly of Wausau, Wisconsin, joining us and getting ready to race today here at Madison. Yeah, we know we're a little choppy. That's kind of the situation when you get up to this racetrack, and we appreciate the fact that Luke came all the way up here just to be on with us and join us on the program. We're racing today at Kansas. It's only 6 days after the last race. Dover was run on Monday afternoon. Martin Truex Jr. wins for the first time in 55 races, and that was an amazing feat right there alone. The guy needed a win so bad at the same weekend as his brother wins. Talk about a big deal. That's the closest to his town in Marietta, New Jersey, I guess. There you go. A hometown boy that comes back and does.
At Casper, we love sleep as much as you do. That's why we're bringing back the very first bed-in-a-box millions love at a price everyone will love. Meet the Casper. Shop online or visit a Casper sleep shop near you today. Casper, for the love of sleep. Exclusions apply. See casper.com/promo.
Automation is powering what's possible for businesses of every size in every industry. Unlock your potential at Automate, the largest showcase of robotics and automation in North America, May 22nd through the 25th in Detroit, Michigan. With over 600 exhibitors, 200 speakers, and more than 25,000 registrants, there's no better way to power your business. Register for free at automateshow.com. That's automateshow.com.
Good and look pretty good doing it. Today's race will be right here on the Big 920. Coverage begins at 1 o'clock. The green flag will be at 2:13 this afternoon. And this will be a good time to do a break. Thanks for joining us. We're sorry. We're going to work through these problems and get back to you. We'll be right back.
Buckle up, get ready, get set, and get your tickets now as the NASCAR Xfinity Series returns to Wisconsin's Road America in Elkhart Lake, July 27th through the 29th. The smell of fresh rubber and food will fill the air for this weekend, along with the Porsche Carrera Cup for even more racing fun. An amazing, affordable weekend of family fun with camping, food, and more. Kids 16 and under get in free with paid adult. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com. Your national park of speed.
As a growing manufacturing company, we needed security solutions. We chose Bonafide because of the services they offer, pricing, and trusted reputation. But it's their outstanding service and support that convinced us we made the right choice with Bonafide.
When businesses need security, they contact Bonafide Security Solutions. From locks and alarms to safes and surveillance, we do it all. We are Bonafide. We protect what you value. For your free security survey, call us today or visit bonafidesafe.com.
Your Our Heroes Night is this Saturday at the Fair Park in Plymouth when we honor veterans, firefighters, police officers, and EMS personnel. Free general admission with valid ID. Late models, sprint cars, Grand Nationals, and B-Mods. Adults $15, students ages 12 to 15, 7. Children 11 and under free if accompanied by an adult or $7. Next Saturday night, the IRA Sprints, Badger Midgets, along with our Plymouth Dirt Track Racing MSA Sprints. We'll see you there.
This week on NASCAR Live, Ty Majeski joined the show.
I don't think the momentum goes away just because you have 2 weeks off. You know, the guys are still excited in the shop, right? We're running good. I don't think this stretch or this break does anything to our momentum. I still think we're as confident as ever, especially going into a really good racetrack for us in Kansas. So we're excited to keep rolling and keep this momentum going.
There's much more waiting for you each week on NASCAR Live.
Every Tuesday night at 6 on the Big 920 and your iHeartRadio app.
Welcome back to LTN. This, I mentioned the goal.
Did you rehook up, Todd? It doesn't sound very good.
The suits.
I don't know if it's not going out on the air or they want me to start reading my mail.
Chastain every time he races, it seems like. And now, after getting into a back marker by the name of Brennan Poole, what the issue was when Brennan Poole went up and
I don't think we're having a very good show today, folks. We need to rehook up with the boys out there, and I guess I'll just have to chit-chat with you until we get rehooked up with them. Yeah, it's going to have a good race today at Kansas City. If you have anything you'd like to talk to me about, give me a call.
All right, Ed, are you there?
I really don't know if we're getting out at all. Matt, can you help me?
Yep, I'm trying to rehook with him now.
Okay, maybe you and I can have a talk, huh? Well, we got dead air for now, and really wasn't prepared to talk to you at all, other than the fact that it's a nice Sunday afternoon for the folks to be up at the racetrack, where we don't have a very good internet connection to do the show from. So, let's see. I got to think of a good story. What kind of a story do you want? I don't know if you saw on television this week, I was on with my headlock with Dale Earnhardt, and I remember that day quite clearly. That was a lot of fun with Dale. Dale and I are grown to be very close friends over the years, and spent a lot of time with him.
Ed, I don't know if we're coming back to you any better than we were, but unfortunately there's pretty crappy service up here, and there's not a heck of a lot we can do about that. Our apologies. Okay, other than that, Austin Dillon, Ed, had gone to the appeal board this week with the we didn't really understand what the appeal was or the whole thing was about with the fine on the 3-car. I didn't know you could make. First of all, I didn't know there was such a thing as a rear splitter. I thought splitters were on the front of the car.
Apparently, that's what they're calling the aerodynamic device that's underneath the car. That's part of the aerodynamic downforce. They're calling it a rear splitter, which is kind of confusing.
Yeah, it is confusing. Well, what they did, and they were genius about it, they just got caught, is that they made, there was a way of making that rear splitter adjustable. The way it was before, after the pre-race inspection, everything was tightened up and was not adjustable, and they made a way for it at speed, or when they'd come in for a pit stop, that they could adjust it, which is a big no-no, I guess.
Well, yeah, it would be, because you can control the downforce underneath the car to make it less or more as whatever you need to nail down the back of the car by moving that device up and down. If you look under the back of the car, you see that big black piece of plastic.
Yeah.
With the. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
No. That's. I see what you mean. That's that big piece of plastic. We didn't think was you could mess with it, and apparently they figured out a way to do that. So, Larry is waiting patiently to talk to us from Pewaukee. Hello, Larry.
Good morning, guys. First, I called to let you guys at home base know that Eddie was getting out on the air, that it wasn't dead air, which was good. And the other thing is, seeing I'm on with you, at 12:30 this afternoon on CBS, which is Channel 58 in Milwaukee, is the World of Outlaws, the good, the young, and the dirty. This, I guess, is the World of Outlaws show that's like the Formula One show that was so well accepted, built up interest in Formula One, and now IndyCar's got one. So I just thought I'd pass that along.
Well, we
for those
appreciate
that aren't lucky enough to be in Madison.
Yeah, it's about as perfect as you can get out here. Hey, we appreciate the heads up on that that dirty show.
Up there.
You bet. Ed, I'm almost blown away that this week we learned that Ryan Newman would sell his soul to the devil for a paycheck. He is going to come back full-time and drive a backmarker car. Rick Ware, one of Rick Ware's notable car. What are they? Is that the 1551 deal?
Yes. Yeah, it's Cody Ware. I think maybe some of this has to do with the fact that Cody Ware can't race anymore.
Oh, that makes sense.
He got in trouble, with a domestic incident or something like that. So this is maybe where this stems from.
And it's not a full. See, his spot starts. He's only a partial schedule. It's not every race.
Well, you know what? I am positive that if Matt Kenseth wanted to pad the old checkbook and drive a back marker, he could have done it. Some people will do that, and some people will not. We know.
Well, and the other way, Todd, is looking at that is that they're a back marker that needs help, and by bringing someone like him in to try and guide them to make them a better team, that's all they're trying to do. It's not like the guy's jumping in a back marker for no reason. He's going to be a teacher and help these guys get better than they are. That
is a perfect scenario, Ed, and we'll have to watch and see if Rick Ware gets any better once Ryan Newman is there. He can't hurt the program, that's for sure. He can only help. But what does it take for you to get into a car that you know is going to be running in the back every week? I'm not sure.
Well, it's kind of like yesterday listening to Johnny Sauter, and the truck that he climbed into was not a good piece. And they asked him to come on board to try and help them get better. And just after this one race of him and the crew chief working together, if you got a chance to listen to that, it was very enlightening about how he was actually teaching the guys during the race how to fix the truck during the race. And they got better and better and better, making several pit stops. And he would, we have to raise the splitter. We got to lower splitter. We have to lower the panhard bar, raise the panhard bar, put more wedge in it, take wedge out. And they got it to where it was a pretty good piece. And he started to move to the front, and then they came in and made one more adjustment, which was in the wrong direction. Oops. And he said, well, that was a mistake, boys.
Yeah, well, he was happy. And, just like you said, Ed, it's a beautiful thing when you bring a guy in to help, and he actually helps, that's for sure. We're going to take a break. We're happy you're tuned in. We've got some results for you and some more news from around the world of NASCAR. Hang in there. We'll be right back.
Miller Sales and Service is the Midwest's #1 Bravo trailer dealer for customer service and satisfaction. Serving the area since 1939, Miller's is located on the corner of Highway 57 and K in Random Lake. As the Midwest's #1 Bravo trailer dealer, Miller's has all kinds of Bravo trailers from 8 feet to 48 feet in stock. They also have a selection of B&B utility and dump trailers, reliable and Chilton open aluminum and steel trailers. With over 50 pre-owned low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs, Miller's has just the vehicle you are looking for. Miller's also carries a full line of Alumacraft boats and Manitou pontoon boats, complete with Evinrude outboards. Why not buy from racers who know what racers want and need? With Miller's Sales and Service on the corner of Highway 57 and K in Random Lake. Call Jerry, Tom, or Brad Miller today at 920-994-4358. That's Miller's Sales and Service, 920-994-4358.
Buckle up, get ready, get set, and get your tickets now as the NASCAR Xfinity Series returns to Wisconsin's Road America in Elkhart Lake, July 27th through the 29th. The smell of fresh rubber and food will fill the air for this weekend, along with the Porsche Carrera Cup for even more racing fun. An amazing, affordable weekend of family fun with camping, food, and more. Kids 16 and under get in free with paid adult. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com. Your national park of speed.
Spring is in the air, and PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend has everything you need, with fresh mulch arriving daily, from premium hardwood mulch to hemlock and pine bark to Enviro mulch in red, gold, chocolate brown, and black colors. PMF also has a large variety of decorative stone and granite, as well as field stone, topsoil, and compost. For all your landscaping needs, visit PMF Landscape Supply, 5470 River Road in West Bend. Call 262-338-8800 or visit pmflandscape.com. Friends of racing for many years. PMF Landscape Supply in West Bend.
National Super Late Model Racing returns to MIS Sunday afternoon, May 7th for the Joe Shear Classic 200. See the ASA Stars National Tour for the first time ever on Wisconsin's fastest half mile, racing for $15,000 to win, plus Midwest trucks. Get advanced discount tickets at MISRacing.com. ASA Stars National Tour plus Midwest trucks. It's the Joe Shear Classic 200, the biggest race of the year. Sunday afternoon, May 7th. First race, 2 o'clock. Madison International Speedway. Don't miss it.
He was one of the greatest Packers of all time.
Rodgers looks to the end zone. Rainbow's Jordy Nelson. Touchdown!
But Aaron Rodgers only got to Green Bay because of a mixture of bad scouting, hubris, miscalculations, and plain old dumb luck.
The San Francisco 49ers select Alex Smith.
I'm Doug Russell. Join me on Tales from 1265, the fall of 12 to 24, the inside story of how Aaron Rodgers fell to the Packers. Tales from 1265 is presented by Nicolay Law. You can find it on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
And now the LTN Hour presents Dirt on the Dirt with Brian Schmidt.
Yes, they were able to get some racing in this week. We'll start Thursday, the west side of the state of Wisconsin, Fountain City, for the Mississippi Thunder Speedway, the World of Outlaw Case Construction Late Model Series Dairyland Showdown. Twin $5,000 to win features there for the 43 cars that were on hand. Brandon Shepard and Cade Dillard were the winners of those. USA Modifieds were also there. Brandon Davis was the winner of that. Chillicothe, Ohio, the Atomic Speedway. The night the stars come out for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. $12,000 to win. Hudson O'Neill was your winner. The All-Stars were also a part of that. They ran for $10,000 to win, and Kyle Larson got the win for that. Friday night, it started to rain at Fountain City, and it just kept raining. They got over a half an inch of rain in a matter of half an hour there, and that canceled not only Friday night's program, but the rest of the show. So it was unfortunate. That was the event that Dan and I went to last year, so they're going to be coming back at the end of August, early September to make up some of those events. Chilton, Wisconsin did run Friday night at Gravity Park for the Modifieds. Marcus Hoppener was your winner. Stock Cars was Mitch Meyer, and the Grand Nationals was Brad Weiss. Kankakee, Illinois.
At Casper, we love sleep as much as you do. That's why we're bringing back the very first bed-in-a-box millions love at a price everyone will love. Meet the Casper. Shop online or visit a Casper sleep shop near you today. Casper, for the love of sleep. Exclusions apply. See casper.com/promo.
Stigmas around mental health were designed to hold us down, but we don't have to let them. If you're struggling, text or call 988 to connect with a trained crisis counselor who won't judge, just listen. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Hope has a new number.
The Badger Midgets were there. Adam Taylor was your winner, and the UMP Modifieds went to Jamie Lomax. Kansas City, Kansas, the Lakeside Speedway, the USMTS Modifieds were there. $5,000 to win. Jake O'Neill was your winner. Friday night also in Rossburg, Ohio, at Eldora Speedway. Let's Race 2 for the World of Outlaw NOS Engineering Sprint Cars and the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Cars. In the World of Outlaws, Logan Schuhart was your winner, and the non-wings went to Justin Grant. Junction City, Kentucky, Ponderosa Speedway for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, $12,000 to win. Mikey Marlar picked up that win Friday night. Last night, Plymouth got their season underway, and in the late models, Brad Miller won a thrilling race. He was, I believe, with 4 laps to go, he was running third, went to the high side, a couple lap cars, jammed some people up, blew by both Taylor Scheffler and Justin Ritchie to pick up the win. So congratulations to Brad. In the MSA 360 sprints, Ben Schmidt was your winner, and the Grand Nationals went to Chad Espin. Wilmont opened up their season, the 410 sprints. Bill Baylog got the win. The wingless sprints went to Clayton Rossman, and the modifieds went to Joel Crowbridge. Down in Highland, Illinois, the Midwest Open Wheel Sprint Car Series was there, and IRA regular Jordan Gouldsberry popped in and took home the money down in Illinois. Knoxville opened up their season last night in both the 410 and the 360 sprints. Aaron Reitzel swept them both, picking up the win. Night number 2 in Kansas City, Kansas. That's right down the road from where the Cup Series is this weekend, in fact. Lakeside Speedway, $10,000 win for the USMTS Modifieds. Tyler Davis was your winner. Night number 2 at Rossburg, Ohio, Eldora Speedway for Let's Race 2 in the World of Outlaws. Rico Abreu got the win, and in the USAC non-wing sprints, that went to C.J. Leary. And finally, in Union, Kentucky, Florence Speedway for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, $15,000 to win. Ricky Thornton Jr. won a thrilling race on the Lucas Oil Series to pick up the win. Dan and I are going to check out the Lucas Series next week down in Illinois. Hopefully the weather cooperates for us, but we'll be down there to check it out. And that is everything for this week.
And in the world of asphalt racing, starting Friday night at Grundy. They ran at Grundy. The Super Lates ran, and Eddie Hoffman won that one. How about that? Guy's still racing and still winning. Pretty cool. The Cars Tour ran at Ace Speedway, which is down in North Carolina. The late model stocks, it was Carson Quapple, William Swalich from Minnesota, and who raced pretty much in the state of Wisconsin and is on his way to the top. Did race in that one, ended up 6th. In the pro late models, Connor Zilish was the winner, and Caden Quapple, younger brother of Carson Quapple, finished 2nd. At Dell's Raceway Park, I'm going to tell you what, they had a lousy forecast yesterday, and Jerry Albee did everything he could to get that program in a hurry. Let me tell you, they sang the national anthem, and they rolled them out and ran the super late model feature. The UMA late model feature was won by Mike Litchfield, who pretty much does pretty well at that racetrack. The UMA 602s were down there, and how about this for a name out of the past? Pete Moore won. I think he's older than I am. Pretty nice job for an old dude like that. Congratulations. At Jefferson Speedway, it was Jason Erickson bringing home the money. At Rockford, in the NASCAR late models, it was Steve Rubeck. And a couple other races you may have seen. ARCA ran at Kansas. Jesse Love, former winner at the Slinger Speedway, went ahead and won that one. And the Truck Series ran yesterday, and a guy who sounds suspiciously like Kermit the Frog was your winner, Grant Enfinger. Enfinger wins it and qualifies. It was his first win and put him in for the championship this year. So that's what we have. We are right now awaiting, I guess there's a driver's meeting going on, and the cars are going to be rolling out and doing a practice here very shortly. So that's what's coming next out here at Madison. Guys, I don't know if you saw this. There's going to be a cars race the week of the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro. Boy, is there the anticipation brewed for this. Absolutely incredible to bring back North Wilkesboro. A couple of Cup drivers are going to run in the cars race. Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain are bringing their banging talents to the Cars series and are going to race down there. It's pretty cool.
And that's a good deal. I mean, that whole week is the All-Star week is building up to be a really great week of events there at North Wilkesboro. Not only are the Cars Tour running, the ASA National Stars Tour is going to have a race there that week as well. Plus, you're going to have the trucks, I think, right? And then the All-Star race itself.
Yeah, it's going to be outstanding. And if you've seen some pictures of that, I mean, they keep showing little video snippets of the place. I mean, it looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, you wouldn't, other than the track surface itself and what you see from the outside, you wouldn't even recognize the place. What they've done is just spectacular, and hopefully they fill it up. And it sounds like it. They're getting a lot of people, a lot of ticket inquiries about it, and a lot of people are going to show up for not only the Cup race on Sunday, but all the stuff leading up to it. So it's good publicity for the short track racing. I think it's exactly what we were looking for in this event.
I agree with you. I went there that one time, and we were kind of nosing around, and some guy comes walking up. I think his name was Enoch Staley, and I think he lived on the property, and I think he was the caretaker / promoter of the event. It was pretty cool to talk to him.
That's the place I first got in the Cup Garage, is at North Wilkesboro, as part of a Richie Vick Craft 45 car.
Hey, they did run a test there. It must have been the Cup cars. From the start of the run to the end of the run with a set of tires, it fell off 3 seconds per lap. Oh, my God.
That's exactly what you're looking for in a event like that. That's exactly why they didn't pave it. You know,
not per lap.
What's that?
Not per lap.
No, in the end of the run, over the run. Over the course of the run, they dropped 3 seconds a lap.
Yes. So, yes, per lap, yes. Either way, that's like you said, Brian, that's really what you want more than anything else. Perfect time to sneak away. We're going to come back. We're coming to you from Madison International Speedway, and we'll return right after these.
From racing engines to street engines, long blocks to turnkey packages, or complete custom engines, just ask and Wagner Automotive can fill your needs. All backed by many years of racing experience. These years of experience have provided reliability and performance that customers need to win races. Wagner's has been building championship-winning engines for top teams from NASCAR to short tracks in your backyard. This expertise has carried over to street engines they supply to top custom car builders. The Wagner Company, in the heart of Wisconsin, is outfitted with the state-of-the-art machinery necessary to design, manufacture, build, and test custom engines and their accessory parts. Dyno services are independently available for anyone needed to test their engine. Wagner's Company can also provide you or your company with production CNC machining or welding services. All your questions and requests are handled personally by Casey Wagner. Just give us a call at 920-394-3557 or visit our website at WagnerAutomotive.com.
Buckle Buckle up, get ready, get set, and get your tickets now as the NASCAR Xfinity Series returns to Wisconsin's Road America in Elkhart Lake, July 27th through the 29th. The smell of fresh rubber and food will fill the air for this weekend, along with the Porsche Carrera Cup for even more racing fun. An amazing, affordable weekend of family fun with camping, food, and more. Kids 16 and under get in free with paid adult. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com. Your national park of speed.
You're Our Heroes Night is this Saturday at the Fair Park in Plymouth when we honor veterans, firefighters, police officers, and EMS personnel. Free general admission with valid ID. Late models, sprint cars, Grand Nationals, and B-Mods. Adults $15, students ages 12 to 15, $7. Children 11 and under free if accompanied by an adult or $7. Next Saturday night, the IRA Sprints, Badger Midgets, along with our Plymouth Dirt Track Racing MSA Sprints. We'll see you there.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
Here they come. Green flag is in the air.
Kicks off a monster month of May.
We've got a car in the wall. Oh, Bubba gets turned in the face of the field. Truex gets clobbered. Allmendinger gets clobbered.
At Kansas Speedway.
He was out front when the caution flag flew, and Kyle Busch has scored the win.
It's the Advent Health 400.
Sunday afternoon, coverage starts at 1 on the Big 920 and your iHeartRadio app.
Well, it answered one of our big questions we had. What about that road course in Chicago? Aren't there potholes in that road course? Well, yes, there are, but they started fixing the roads this week. Why, wouldn't you love to be in on one of their common council meetings down there and listen to the BS that flies? Oh, sure, you're going to fix the roads over there for the race, but what about my neighborhood? It needs it really. We got potholes.
I know exactly what they think about because I know what it's like when we try to figure out what roads we're going to fix in the city of Sheboygan, and it's always an uproar about whose road gets done. So for something like this, we originally thought, remember when we had Julie on, she didn't really say anything about paving a lot of those roads down there. And so I see an article this week from one of the TV stations talking about how they started repaving section of that road. We knew it had to be done because it was going to come up if they tried to race on it. But, yeah, I can only imagine the disgruntled folks in Chicago who live on streets with gaping potholes, and then they see them paving roads in the middle of a park. That has to create havoc. But hopefully it'll make it for a better race then, because the last thing you want to do is get that all set up, race down there, and then have delays and whatnot, and having chunks of asphalt go through cars. That is no good. So if this is going to at least make the race respectable, let's hope it works out.
My question is, who's paying for it? Do you think NASCAR's got any money in the pot for that?
I don't know, and it didn't really say in the article either. I didn't read. I tried to read the fine print the best I could, and it didn't really see who was. So maybe is NASCAR's ponying up something for that. I would hope so, because what they're paying the city isn't compared to a lot of other events down there. So the least they could do is pay for that. So let's hope.
Yeah, that would shut the aldermen up anyway. We're getting the money from NASCAR. Just be quiet about it. We'll get to your neighborhood later sometime. And I saw one this week that I was blown away. Lewis Hamilton. We all know who he is. Is it 7-time world champion in Formula One? He wants to try NASCAR. You want to try it. What exactly does that mean? You got somebody? Isn't there a car that's out there for that reason, Dan? That 91?
The Trackhouse 91 car. That's some guy from the Australian V8 series is going to drive it the next race, but that would be the perfect place for him to try it, and I think it'd be cool to have him give it a shot.
Do you think he could be happy in a car that is not capable of winning or running up front?
Oh, that car is pretty capable. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, the races it's run with the road course ringers, it's been near the front of the field, so I think to win an actual cup race in a heavy car, that's the biggest thing. The Formula One cars are so light and so sensitive, whereas a cup car is like a dump truck compared to that. So.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, I had one other note, guys. I see Adam Stern is hinting that we may be having to pay to watch NASCAR races streamed starting the summer of 24.
Well, the time for renegotiating the rights that time window passed, but for the exclusive rights for Fox and NBC, so other people can get in the mix now. They think Fox and NBC are going to come back, but they may carve out a chunk of races in the middle of the season, the middle of the summer next year for some kind of streaming platform, maybe like Amazon Prime or something like the NFL did with their Thursday night games. So that's possible. I mean, it's in the works, and if you can get more money, if the deal gets bigger by adding a minute, I don't see why they wouldn't do it.
Why wouldn't they? All right. It's that time. We not only have to pick today's race at Kansas Speedway, but we're also going to throw a pick in for today. Let's do them one at a time, starting with the Kansas race. I'm going with Tyler Reddick in the 45 car. We go from myself to Ed Kaluka.
24, William Byron.
Oh, he's something here, isn't he? Dano?
Ed, you took my pick again. I'm going to go with 5, Kyle Larson.
All right, and Brian.
Actually, the 5 car, Kyle Larson, the reason I didn't pick him is because the 24, William Byron, he was complaining how much better than the 5 car was.
All right. And Brian?
I'm going to go with the Watermelon Man, Ross Chastain.
All right.
Why not?
Why not? If you don't like him, he'll make sure you moved. All right.
Can you figure they actually are comparing him to Dale Earnhardt now with his driving style?
Well, Earnhardt didn't apologize. That's the difference. Keep that in mind. Today at Madison, it's the return of Paulie Schaefer for me. He's won it before. He can do it again. Paulie Schaefer comes back to Madison and wins today. All right, Ed, who are you looking at?
Ty Majeski.
Good pick. Dano?
I'm going to go way out on a limb. Here's my long shot pick, Derek Kraus.
Ooh, that'd be the biggest win of his career. All right, Brian?
That's what I was going to take too, but boy, this is just tough. It's all over the place.
There's so many good guys.
I'm going to go with Luke Fenhaus. He was here. He had a huge grin on his face. He seemed pretty happy about everything. Just be a good thing for him to win this race.
And just like that, the music starts. Can you imagine that? We apologize. We had a little problems connecting before, but we got it finally figured out. That's just how good our own Matt Losey really is. And we want everybody to know not only how good he is, but how much we appreciate what he does every Sunday. How's that?
That's why we pay him the big bucks.
There you go, big bucks. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. And what we want everybody to remember is real race cars have doors! Even if you do climb in through the windows. Let's Talk NASCAR is produced and directed by Dangerous Dan Margetta, our in-house engineer, website coordinator, and all-around good guy is Matt Losey. For all of us involved with the program, we appreciate the fact that you tune in even through all of our BS here. We'll see you next week, everybody.
This program has come to you live from multiple locations via Skype. Any and all comments expressed on this show do not necessarily express the opinions of this station, its employees, or advertisers. Your comments are always welcome at mail@ltnradionetwork.com. Find us at facebook.com/LTN Radio Network. And thank you for your support since 1985. Tune in again next Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time for the LTN Hour on the LTN Radio Network.
At Casper, we love sleep as much as you do. That's why we're bringing back the very first bed-in-a-box millions love at a price everyone will love. Meet the Casper. Shop online or visit a Casper sleep shop near you today. Casper, for the love of sleep. Exclusions apply. See casper.com/promo.